Experience points have their place and importance in a video game, and Hive is no different. In this server, they are used to incentivize the player to not only get better, but to also play more often. When it comes to the Hive, the short-term reward of your experience points is seeing a high number that basically tells you, yes, you played this round very well, keep going. The long-term reward that comes with it is usually cosmetic once you level up, which sometimes can be a mixed bag, but still, the satisfaction at least always pays off. The things we'll be focusing on in this video is max level and prestige. If you don't know what prestige is, it's just reaching max level and then resetting your level back to 1, but it gives you an emblem saying that you're at prestige 1. There's a total of 5, and it takes a while to get them. As of right now, there's only one game that offers prestige, and that's Murder Mystery. Skywars will be soon to join it in the upcoming weeks, though. In this video, I want to give my thoughts about what I think the max level for each game that doesn't have prestige should be. Throughout the duration of this video, I will be showing the amount of XP to reach max, but if my max level is higher than the current max level for something, I'm gonna have to kind of guesstimate because I don't know when the incremental cap would come in, if it ever will. The incremental cap is just a point where the amount of XP required to level up next stops increasing. So you see at level 52 of the old Treasure Wars XP chart, it stops at 7,650 and remains that way until level 100. 52 would be the incremental cap in this case. This build doesn't have an incremental cap because it keeps increasing until it's at max level. So again, just remember if at any point I'm suggesting that a max level should be greater than what it actually is, just don't take my XP count as 100% concrete, it's just a guess. Beginning with Ground Wars, max level is at level 20, which is 28,500 XP. Now, in terms of the Hive, that's actually an extremely low number, but it's coupled with the fact that you receive extremely low amounts of XP when you play, so it balances out quite well. Because of the slow-going process that leveling up in Ground Wars is, I'd wager that level 20 would be the perfect place to prestige. In this hypothetical, to reach the absolute max level, you would have to get 171,000 XP in total. Anybody who loves Ground Wars, you'll be keeping busy for an incredibly long time if you have to get 171k. On to the next game. As of right now, Survival Games goes up to level 30, but Hive has plans to bring it up to level 50, which I happen to think is the perfect place to start Prestige. If you notice the asterisk beside 183,000, that's indicating that this is only an estimate because I won't know how much XP it'll take to get to level 50 until Hive actually releases the update, so we can only guess. But without an incremental cap, we would get 183,750 XP, which is safe to assume will be at least somewhere close. To reach Prestige 5 level 50, you would need 1,102,500 XP, making it quite a lengthy journey. If you're into survival games, I'm sure you will be here for a while if this ever gets added. Requiring 95,852 XP, level 20 is the max level on the bridge, and I wouldn't change it at all. I think max level would be perfect here, so to add Prestige just as is, great idea. To reach Prestige 5, level 20 on the bridge, you would need 575,112 XP. A bit too specific, but otherwise a perfectly fair number. Let's move on. Fun fact, the numbers that we used for Capture the Flag were exactly the same as our guess with survival games. Only difference here is that this is official numbers, whereas Survival Games was just a guess and nothing more. But like Survival Games, 183,750 XP to reach level 50 is a great place to start your Prestige, and more so because both those PvP games aren't as played as the bigger ones in the server, so it makes sense to condense their journeys a little bit, without making them obsolete. But anyway, I think that's enough for Capture the Flag, let's move on. Murder Mystery already has Prestige, so I'll just share the numbers with you. To reach level 100, you need 477,900 XP. To reach Prestige 5 level 100, you need 2,867,400 XP. Yeah, no thank you. Bed Wars has a max level of 50, but much like Treasure Wars, I think it should require 566,100 XP to reach level 100 instead of 50. I put an asterisk beside 566,000 because we don't even know if Hive will be calculating the XP the same way they did with Treasure Wars. From what I've seen, everything from level 1 to 50 between Treasure Wars and Bed Wars are mirroring each other. They're exactly the same. So it's likely that if Bed Wars does go to 100, it might look very similar to Treasure Wars, but they might change it up. I don't know. To reach Prestige 5 level 100 would require 3,396,600 XP. Enjoy! The max level for Skywars is 75, putting us at 374,850 XP required to reach max. But the incremental cap already happened at level 52, so I can almost guarantee that it will be 566,100 XP once level 100 comes out, and 3,396,600 XP once your Prestige 5 level 100. Chalk one up for me for doing that without a script. For this build, to reach the max level of 20, it requires only 19,000 XP. Like Ground Wars, you earn XP abysmally slow in these games, and with just build, it's even worse. Hive, for the love of God, do not touch this game. Don't add more levels. Give us Prestige now. Nobody wants to do any more levels. To reach Prestige 5 level 20 in our hypothetical, you would need 114,000 XP. And it better stay that way, Hive. Hide and Seek's current max level is only 75, but it's safe to assume it'll probably be 100 pretty soon, within the next year likely. So 495,000 XP to get to level 100 seems pretty possible. Keep in mind I did not account for any incremental cap or anything like that, but 495,000 for Hide and Seek sounds more than doable. So if this ends up being the final amount we have to deal with, I'm perfectly fine with that. 495,000 is, based on the pattern of the XP in Hide and Seek, the absolute worst it's going to be, which isn't even that bad. To reach Prestige 5 level 100 in this hypothetical, it would require 2,970,000 XP. Again, for Hide and Seek, that's not bad at all. Absolute shocker to me. That amount of XP right there, if Death Run was to get 25 new levels, because its current max is only 75, if it were to get 25 new levels, then Death Run would hold the title of the highest XP required to reach Prestige in any game on the Hive ever. Now, because of the asterisks, you might be thinking this is just a hypothesis, this is just a good guess, but no, we're actually about as concrete as we can get without being 100% sure. And the reason for that is, while the incremental cap is our biggest enemy in this, because we don't know when it will take effect most of the time, this is one of those rarer times where it already has. So, from level 42 and onwards in Death Run, the XP required to level up does not change at all. I'm rather convinced I'm correct about this. When the next 25 levels are added, I'm 99% sure that the number will be exactly 647,800 XP required to reach max. To reach Prestige 5 level 100, the total XP required would be 3,886,800. For Block Party, much like Capture the Flag in survival games, which this is also hypothetical, I think that if we were going to have Prestige, level 50 would make a little bit more sense than 25, standing at a total of, say it with me, 183,750 XP. Yawn. Which for Prestige 5 level 50 totals up to 1,102,500. Hopefully we don't have to read this number a fourth time. Okay, I'm gonna keep it short. Yes, level 50 for Gravity's 183,750 XP. Yes, 1,102,500 XP with your Prestige 5 level 50. Good God, let's move on. Yeah, I'm done.